Welcome to Wholesale Hard Knocks. This podcast was created by me and Daryll squatting up together and doing badass shit. And we want y'all to do the same. So most importantly, squat up in the comments and do deals together. And then like the video, subscribe to the channels. Yo, Daryll, take them away, big dog.
It's about community building. Join the community, reach out, squat up, join the campfire, baby.
What's up? Wholesale Hard Knocks, episode 37, man. First episode of the new year, baby. Welcome to 20.
Let's go, baby.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. If we didn't talk to you before, if you were at the last Wholesale Hard Knocks, you're a badass because we went over some badass stuff. Go back and watch that last episode if you didn't see it. Today, we have some even more badass stuff that we're talking about, and it is all about goal setting, how we set goals, why we set goals, what are goals, right? What are the right way to set them, and all that, right? And how we implement them, right? So today, this is what we're talking about. Mike, what's going on, bro? How's it going?
Yeah, wait. People aren't doing their goals.
People ain't setting goals, bro.
You played yourself.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They played themselves. Hell yeah. This is one of my favorite things to do. When this week hit, I knew that me and my business partner were going to hop on a Zoom and map out the year. And I was excited as shit because this is one of my favorite parts of business. You know, here's what it is. When it comes to business, right? Actually, this is kind of life in general, like anything that you're about to go venture off onto. The best part is always the vision.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's when it's the most exciting because here's what happens. You have the vision and you're super freaking gassed up. Like there's a lot of freaking endorphins going and you're like, yo, this vision is so sick. I can't wait for this to happen. And then you go implement the vision.
Yep.
And you're going through the fire. And that's the worst freaking part, especially in the beginning. Like you're going through a bunch of fire. You're going through a bunch of shit in order to get the vision done. And then finally the vision has kind of been accomplished and you're kind of coasting and you're like, yeah, this is cool. But the best part, in my opinion, that stimulates your mind the most is creating the vision. So, Daryll, like in your opinion, when it comes to goal setting and manifestation and all that type of stuff, like how would you define that in Daryl's life?
It's just obviously, bro, just knowing where you're going, right? Like you can't just be walking just going on this path without having a map. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you need to sit down, you need to be able to focus, have some quiet time, right? Like most people don't have any freaking quiet time. Most people don't even sit down with themselves, with their own thoughts and think about what do you actually want? Like you need to sit down and ask yourself, what do I want? Right.
Yeah.
And as far as like the goals, right? What's more important to me is setting the habits that bring those goals. You know what I'm saying? So like what I do when I set my goals, something that I do, we'll talk about this a little later, is I'll set a goal and then I'll set the habits that are aligned with those goals. You know what I'm saying? So it's more about, for me, setting new habits, getting new habits and new ways of living. You know what I'm saying? Because a goal don't mean shit if you're not going to do nothing to make it work.
Yeah, I'm with you on that 100%. I think one other thing is making goals a habit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and that starts the habit thing going, right? Like if you're consistently doing goals, like I set my goals every single day. Daryll does too. Me and Daryll actually send each other our daily goals. So not only do we have like these yearly goals, right? When 2023 hits and we're like, hey, we got a whole entire year that we got to map out here. Not only do we do that, but we actually do it by the freaking day.
Yeah.
So we're making goal setting a habit. And then within that goal setting, we have habits as well. So if I write down all my goals, my goal is to make habit of getting every single one of those goals down.
Yeah.
And dude, it's so crazy. Like really, when you think about it, you just reverse engineer the whole entire roadmap for 2023. So here's what happens. Here's what happens, guys, right? You sit down and you map out your goal for 2023. And then after that, you have this big goal. And then you chunk it down into quarters. And then you chunk it down into months. and then you chunk it down into weeks, and then you chunk it down into a day. And literally, me and Daryl every single day send each other our daily goals. Like I have a list of like 6 top things that I have to get done that day, and my goal is to always cross every single one of them out. But it doesn't start with the daily goals. It started last year when me and my business partner hopped on a call and went over the yearly goal. And then me and my business partner will have monthly meetings about it to make sure that we're on track. It's just like, and I'm going to show you guys later on here a template that you guys can use in order to like track everything to make sure that you're on track. But
bro, I was just thinking that, bro, because I'm actually reading Traction right now for the first time. And they talk about what is it, the VTOs, right? So you come up with your 10-year vision, 10-year goals, 3-year goals, 1-year goal, and then your quarterly goals, right? So you really, like you said, you're reverse engineering from where do I see myself on the big picture to now every quarter to every day, am I doing what I need to do to reach that 100-year goal, right? And notice we're saying 100-year goal, like your business is not you. Your business can live much longer than you. You know what I'm saying? Your plan, your goals should be much longer than you being alive, right? Otherwise, you're being very selfish if your goals don't go 100 years down the line, right? Because you're just thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about your family. And who comes after that?
You said something really important though. Like some people might have a hard time writing down their goals or figuring out their goals because they just don't live in their head.
Yeah.
Like they don't take time to just sit there and think and be like,
down.
hey, what do I want? Like
what scrolling on TikTok all fucking day.
Yeah, but it's important, bro. Like literally before we just did this podcast, I just meditated for like 10 minutes. I had a long day and I'm just like, dude, I just need to like freaking relax my mind before I hop on this podcast because you know, my mind is scatterbrained. And what happens is if I don't have that meditation period, I do it every single morning. And then sometimes midday, if I'm having a crazy day, I'll do it during the middle of the day. And if I don't do that, my mind is just scatterbrained the whole entire day. And I feel like I'm just doing things. I'm just doing things.
Doing things.
For no reason.
Yeah.
But when I clear my mind and really have a vision of what needs to get done that day and why it needs to get done, then the day is purposeful.
Bro, 1,000%. And another thing, bro, like when you're talking goals, especially as an entrepreneur, right? A lot of people think goals should just be business, right? As an entrepreneur, one thing that I noticed is so much more than just business goals, right? Good. All your whole lifestyle, you should have goals that whole lifestyle, because if you're living the right lifestyle, then your business, it grows hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? So if your health is right, if your spirit is right, if your mind is right, if everything's on the same page and all your goals are aligned, everything's up here, you know what I'm saying? Your business is gonna naturally do good because you're just doing the right things. You know what I'm saying? So it's much more like when I break my goals down, can I talk about this now or should we wait, bro? Should we wait? Let's wait.
Let's wait for that. But you make a really good point, bro, because if everything else, so let's think about this. It's not only just business. Yeah, I was jacked up to get on a call with my business partner to go over business goals, but I'll be honest, I was even more jacked up to sit in my own thoughts and think about every single category in my life that I want to map out for the rest of the year. So, one thing that I really want to work on is my relationship, right? And I realized, to your point, when one of these categories, maybe it's like, you know, relationships, your spirituality, your body, like
personal development,
financial health, all that type of stuff. When one of them isn't aligned, it kind of shoots down the others. So when my relationship is rocky, or like when some shit is going on in my relationship, usually the business will slow down.
Yep.
Right. So you want to have everything all fulfilled as possible. I call it all the cups of life. All your cups of life, you want to fulfill all your cups of life.
So good. So good. And another thing that you're talking about, bro, like when you plan it out, right? Actually, what helps me actually sit down And when you plan this stuff, put it on your calendar. Right? I don't know if you guys use a calendar, but I live off my calendar. If it's not on my calendar, it doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I put things on my calendar for whether it's a goal that I have or it's a plan. So like if my goal is I want to go on vacation once a quarter, I will put those vacations in my calendar. They don't got to be paid for, they don't got to be booked, but they in my calendar. You know what I'm saying? So use your calendar to manifest, right? Manifesting is acting and believing as if you can't fail, as if it's already happened, right? So why not just put it on your calendar and live life like it already happened? You'll make it work.
I like that. After this, I'm gonna go on my calendar. I'm booking a vacation that I'm not paying for yet.
Let's book one together, bro.
Let's do it. Maybe we'll end up in the same spot.
Yeah, let's slide.
Mexico is my favorite.
Word.
Yeah. So, what would you say right now are some of the major things that you think about when you start to map your goals out?
What do I think about?
Let's talk about long term first, and then let's talk about like short term, maybe day to day. So let's start like, hey, when you go to sit down and write your yearly goals, like what are the specific things that you want to touch on, and then do that for your day to day.
Well, it all starts with my long term, right? Like, where do I want to be 30 years from now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where do I want to be? Where do I want my estate to look like? What do my life like? Who do I want to impact 100 years from now, right? It all starts from that, and then I make sure that my goals a year from today.
Let's touch on that really quick.
Yeah,
let's touch on that. That's important, bro. I should have brought that up before.
Yeah.
Before you even do the yearly goals, you have to do even longer term.
Longer, facts.
What do you want your life to look like in 5
and
10,
real quick,
years?
You don't have to. But this is what the wealthy people do. This is what the Buffetts, the Hormozis, this is what the Vanderbilts like those people, the really filthy rich people and people on their way, like Elon Musk, like all these people who are freaking filthy rich, have too much money that don't even know what to do with. They're thinking about their plan when they're thinking about who they impact when they're dead. You know what I'm saying? It's not today. And that's something that Hormozy actually says. Like, you judge somebody where they're at based on how many years they're ahead they're talking, right? So if you're if you're hanging around people who are constantly talking about day to day, like tomorrow or this weekend or next week, right? You're hanging around the wrong people. Even if you're hanging around people who are talking about years, right? They're still the wrong people. You need to be around people who are talking about decades, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Because the further down the line that you're thinking, that's obviously life is chess, bro. Life is a big ass chessboard. You know what I'm saying? And you need to be moves ahead. You need to be steps ahead than everybody else. And if you're not, you're just gonna be victim to the matrix. So you're just gonna drift like everybody else,
bro. Because time goes by like this.
Exactly.
So like. Time goes by so quick. So why would you not want to have an idea of how you feel the next 10 years should be? Now,
bro, we just started this podcast like yesterday, bro. Like, what the hell?
That's crazy, right? I thought you meant like even right now. I'm looking at the clock. We're already 14 minutes in. I thought we've only been talking for like 4 seconds.
No, I'm talking about 37 episodes.
37 episodes,
weeks,
right?
Bro. And it doesn't even seem like it's been 40 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Time goes like this. If you're not, like you said, bro, if you're not on it, if you're not planning time, if you're not using time correctly and just being intentional with it, it's gonna fly by.
I'm 100% with you. And here's the thing, right? To get into like when I try to manifest and when I'm mapping out my goals and stuff like that, I listen to God and I try to figure out what God wants me to do. Because at the end of the day, if you want to take the next 10 years and map it out and think that it's going to go the way that you think that it should, there's your plan and then there's God's plan, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I try to listen to God as much as possible. Like, hey, where do you want me to be in the next 10 years? Okay. And I'm okay with you figuring out at year 5 that we're going to go a different route. That's cool. But let me have an idea so that I can start reverse engineering everything.
Yeah.
10 years to 5 years to 2 years to 1 year to months to days, right?
Yeah.
And that's what helps you really manifest what God wants you to do.
That's dope, bro. That's big. And another thing, right? Like what one thing what I do, I try to make it like I feel like if your goals are just about money, right? And they're not purpose driven. They're not like because I feel like and I'm sure you feel like this as well. God put us all on this earth to do big things, right? To help a lot of people, right? So if your goals aren't aligned with helping people and have a purpose to it, then that's an issue, right? That's an issue, and it's not gonna feel good. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're gonna say you have a goal for money, right? You better have somewhere in your goals that all the money that you make, you're gonna donate and you're gonna tithe 10% minimum of that money. You know what I'm saying? Like that needs to be in there because this isn't if your goals are just money driven, if your goals are just I want to make $100,000 or I want to do this, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get it.
I like that. Yeah, it's like you have I kind of sit down and map out all the different aspects of life. And then I think to myself, hey, what does God want me to do in these aspects of life? Right? Like what does he want my life to look like? And then I get what is it that it looks like? But then in order to get to what you're talking about, the purpose, here's what I do. From the very high level. Maybe it's, Mike wants to help 1 million people or something like that. Like just very broad, right? Why? And every single time you answer the question and then you ask it again, why? And then why? And then why? And then why? And you ask yourself why to all these answers. And then all of a sudden you come up to like something like for one of my things, right? When I did that, I got down to like 15 whys. And some of the whys down there were like, yo, because when you were a kid, you went through this. And now it's your job to on this planet Earth to go back and help the kids that were like you. Like, right. And that's like, that's how it starts getting so deep. And dude, that's the shit that gets you up every day. And that's the shit that gets you going every single day.
That's actually an exercise that you should probably do with somebody else. The what do you want, and then why, right? Like what you do is you get with somebody that you trust. I don't recommend doing this with a significant other. Do not do this with a girlfriend or boyfriend because you guys find out that what you want is not what that other person wants, and that may end your happy home. Speaking of experience,
or it might be a good thing for you.
It may be a good thing. It really may be a good thing.
It might be what you need.
It probably is exactly what you need, but I know you probably don't want to hear this right now. So if
somebody's listening to Wholesale Hard Knocks right now with a tub of ice cream,
this could turn into relationship advice like really quick. But real talk, if you're gonna do this with your girl or your significant other, make sure you are comfortable with what happens. Be comfortable with them potentially not wanting what you want. But seriously though, you find somebody that you're comfortable with, right? And you have them ask you the question, what do you want? Right? And you answer, what do you want? Right? Like whatever comes to what do you want? Right? If somebody asks you like, what do you mean? What do you want? And then the answer to everything is, okay, what do you want? And then when they start telling you like what they want, then you start asking that question, like, okay, then why? And you go again, what do you want? Why? And then you keep digging till you find out that what you really, really want, So it's a good exercise to do it with somebody. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, dude, I did that on a plane ride one day, and I found my purpose on that plane.
Really?
Yeah. Like literally, I just sat down there. I wrote at the top, I forget exactly what I wrote, but after what I wrote at the top, it was very broad. It was like, hey, I want to, I don't know, something very broad, like, hey, I want financial freedom so I can go help, whatever.
Yeah.
Under that, I answered, I asked why, and then I answered that. And then I asked why again to that answer. And then I just kept going and kept going and kept going. And it literally got to the point where I was going back to my childhood and I'm envisioning myself talking to a younger Mike who was freaking hurt and broken. And I realized that is who I was supposed to be put on earth to help, because God put me through this so that I can go help other people get out of it. And that's how, like, you end up with a crazy purpose. Because a lot of people will be like, I don't really get it. I don't have a purpose. Like, I don't know. I just want financial freedom. You know what I'm saying?
We got a legend in here right now, bro.
We got to stop the video. We got a legend in here, bro.
What up, Mitt?
My guy,
hey,
Mitt.
If you watching right now and you ain't see the Wholesale Hard Knocks with Mitt on here, you definitely missed out. Make sure that was one of the early ones. We might need to get Mitt back on here. I was in the dungeon when Mitt was on here. Oh yeah, you feel me? You feel me? I had to get permission. I had to get permission to take the do-rag off. I wasn't trying to get nobody seasick on here. Yes, sir.
If you guys haven't watched that episode with Mitt, you guys gotta go watch that and go follow Mitt on IG, MIT215. You got some dope content. Yeah, bro. So what, as far as like some broad things, like in the categories, give me some of the categories that you're thinking about for 2023 that you want to touch on, and then some goals in those categories.
Yeah, so I break my goals down into 6 categories, right? So it's business, family, financial.
You guys got to write this down, by the way.
Facts, because I'm not saying it again. All right, so I'm gonna say it again. Financial, family, business, health, personal development, and spiritual. 6, and I got this from Patrick Bet-David. So I watched Patrick Bet-David. He has a bunch of YouTube videos where he talks about like the perfect business plan, and that's his model, where he breaks it down to those 6, and then you write 3 goals for each one, and then 3 habits that align with those goals. So those are the categories that I follow.
So my bad, bro. You gotta say them one more time.
Oh man. So we got,
dude, nobody could even write this down in the crowd. I tried writing it down. You're too quick.
All right, bet. We got financial.
Yeah.
We got family.
Family, okay.
So that's girlfriend, boyfriend, mom, dad, your family, right? Business. Right. What I did was I wrote down a couple goals from each business that I have. Right. So I did one for my rental business. I did one for my wholesale business. I did one for my personal brand, which is also a business. You know, so one big goal, one thing to focus on for each one of the businesses in 2023. And then we got health, right? What are your health goals? And then personal development and spiritual.
So good. That's all y'all need.
It's everything, bro. It's everything.
So give me some financial goals.
Financial goals, I want to be liquid a milli. I will be. I say I want to be. I will be.
That's another thing we gotta touch on.
Facts. And that's the other thing, right? So like I wrote these. Look at this shit, bro. I wrote this shit down. This is the business plan. I'm gonna type this up. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna type this up, get this laminated. And what I do is I read it every morning, right? And when I read it, I don't read it as if I'm wishing for this to happen. I'm reading it as if I'm grateful that it already happened. And I literally say, I'm so grateful that I ended 2023 with $1 million liquid. I'm saying this shit to the world.
Dang, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Out there. You know what you're doing? You're sowing seeds out there. You're sowing seeds into the universe.
And the most important part about that, right? Because again, Like, I'm all about manifesting. I'm all about affirmation. I'm all about all of that. But it does not mean shit if you do not change your habits. If you're doing the same shit you were doing in 2022, you cannot expect different results in 2023. It does not make sense. It's the definition of insanity. My football coach used to say this all the time. What's the definition of insanity? It's doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting different results. You're insane at that point. It just makes no sense, right? So you come up with these goals and you break these down into six parts. You write down 3 goals and then 3 habits that will get you to that goal, right? So one of the habits that I have for my financial goals is I will track my finances daily. I track my finances, and I'm going to make a report daily, monthly, quarterly reports on my finances, right? So every morning, the first thing I do when I wake up after I pray, I work out, like when I get on my computer, the first thing I do is open up my bank accounts and put it in a spreadsheet. How much money am I liquid?
I like that.
How much money do I have right now? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and another thing, right? Like I have donate 10% of everything every single month. Everything I make, donate 10% of it. You know what I'm saying? Because why would I want all this money if I'm not going to do shit with it that's going to make a difference? You know what I mean?
That's fire.
So it has to mean something. It has to be, in my opinion, your goals need to be trackable. They need to be attainable, right? One thing that Patrick Bet-David was talking about was people they overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what they can do in 5.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
for sure. For sure. Tithing that 10% is definitely essential, Sean. It's not your money, right? And I used to be super tight, right? I used to be like super tight with my money. I used to be like, man, I don't got 10% to tithe, right? I need that money. And what I realized was once you give it away, you're telling the universe that you are ready to accept more. You know what I'm saying?
You're sowing seeds, dog.
Sowing the seeds, right?
That's all this is.
Bro, I seen Steve Harvey say this shit one time, bro, and this shit was like a flex almost, and I was like, damn, I need to get like this. But he's like, bro, I only want money in the highest denomination, right? So if bills can only be made in hundreds, if the highest I can get is 100, that's all I want. So if anything less, if it's a 1, 5, 10, 20, 50, I'm giving that shit away. He's like, if I get change, he's like, I only carry hundreds in my wallet. So if I break 100 and I get change, the rest is going as a tip or I'm giving it away. You know what I'm saying? And but what he did was he said he started off by saving that money though. You know what I'm saying? So like he would break some money, break it down, but maybe he'll start with the 1s and the 5s. So put the 1s and the 5s, wrap it up in a rubber band, put it away. Every time he comes home, put the 1s and the 5, throw it in a rubber band, put it in the home. But what I do when I get 1s and 5s, bro, I give it away. I give it away to like, if I got cash on me, if I got 1s and 5s on me, I'm giving it away to like homeless people who need it. You know what I'm saying? And then I still tied that 10% because it's super important, bro. Like when you're just willing to just give, you're gonna be able to be willing to receive. You have to be willing to receive, and you're going to receive as well.
Yeah, bro. It just comes back. Literally, this thing right here, right? This is like a $100 gift card. Okay. I'm sitting at the gas station the other day, and some dude comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, bro, you driving to Boston?" That's all he said. He didn't say, "Hey, do you have any money?" or whatever the case is. I'm like, "Nah, dog, I'm going the other way." Like, my bad. But I felt so bad. I really didn't have the time to go give him a ride. I promise if I was going that way, I probably would have given him a ride. And if my girl's listening right now, she's like, this guy's freaking crazy. This is why I got to put this guy on a leash. But so I do that. No, what I did is I walked out of the store and I'm like, what can I do for this guy? Go in my car and I have like maybe $10 in 1s. So I just went up to him like, hey, bro, I can't give you a ride anywhere. I got to go the opposite way, but here's $10. Maybe you can catch the bus or something like that. And he was like super appreciative. The next day, my girl hits me up and is like, hey, I was walking in the CVS parking lot and this, I just see this gift card laying down on the floor.
Damn.
Nobody was there to pick it up or anything. So I'm like, we got to give it away.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
So I'm going to give that thing away somewhere.
That's dope. That's dope, bro.
And then it's just going to come back.
It's going to come back. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. So bringing this back to goals, right? If is perfectly fine. It's essential to have financial goals, right? Like if you don't, then what are you doing? But make sure your goals are tied to you giving back some type of way, right? Like I'm telling you, once you don't got to listen to us, but once you start tithing and giving back that 10% minimum, your life will change. You're going to make 20 times more money. And don't go into the mindset thinking like, I'm giving just to get, right? I'm giving just to receive. You got to actually care. You got to actually want to give. You know what I'm saying? So just try it out. And it's tax deductible. So we'll get you some tax breaks.
I love it.
Yeah. So what about you, Mike?
So what I do, right, is I do something a little bit different. I don't start with all the categories. I just start with my thoughts and I sit down, I lit a candle and I'm like, okay, let me just let the shit flow.
What kind of candle?
Yankee Candle, dog.
Yankee? Okay.
Yeah, come on, bro. We don't play around.
Okay. Yankee Candle in Boston. Sounds right.
No, the Yankee candles are fire, bro. They're the best candles. I ain't like one of the people that hate the New York Yankees, probably. Those are the weirdos in Boston.
I got you.
But anyways, so all these notes right here that I got, pages of notes. I just sat down, took like a half hour, and I just let it flow. Like, hey, what do I need to get out? Like, what do I need this year? And then I go back and categorize everything. So like 2023 is the year I get as close to God as possible, in the year that he will show his powers through my life. So like that's one of the spiritual goals, right? But then, I have like a direct to seller goal right under that. So I just kind of let it flow.
Yeah.
Just as what like comes to mind, and then I go back and I categorize everything.
Okay. I like it.
And then I break it down like that, high level, and then break it down and then figure out, hey, what do I need to do in order to be like high level spiritually is, being as close to God. So then what do I got to do in order to do that? Like, what are the habits?
I like that.
I
like that. Because that's one thing as well, right? Like every time I go into a new year as well, well, let me not say every time. Now, when I go into a new year, what I've started to do is I start to ask myself, what do I want, right? And who do I need to be to get that, to acquire that, right? Which means, what do I need to get better at, right? So you also do that as well. Do you write down like what skills you need to get better at to accomplish these goals as well? Like one of mine, for instance, like I want to be one of the best public speakers, right, in the space. So I know I need to get better at that, right? Like public speaking is something I need to get better at to accomplish that goal. So now I understand that public speaking is what I need to do. So the habits that I'm putting in the line is I'm going to read all the books that talk about public speaking. I'm going to go to mentorships. I'm going to get in mentorships about public speaking, like all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So do you do anything like that for like skills as well?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I have one thing that I'm dealing with in my life right now, right? And here's what I wrote down. I will let my ego go and let people talk, and I will not always have to be right or voice my opinion when it is not needed, to those I love especially. So I'm really good at it in sales. Like when we're on sales calls, we're not telling people they're wrong. We're not like trying to force our opinion down their throat or something. But whenever I'm with people that I love, like maybe it's my girl or siblings or something like that, I tend to like try to force something that I know in sales. You like a man convinced against their will is never of the same
opinion still.
Like
for sure.
You just can't get anything accomplished like that.
Yeah.
So that's one of my flaws that I'm trying to work on. So that's a skill that I gotta hone in with my loved ones. If I really want to make an impact with my loved ones, like I'm very good at influencing, but I'm terrible at influencing with them.
Yeah. Oh
Right.
man, I think we all are, bro. I think we all are. Honestly, it's a like we're so much more patient with sellers and people when we know it's like if it's somebody else, but when it's somebody that we love and we know our whole lives, or not even our whole lives, but somebody that we see every day and that we care about on a personal level, we're so much shorter with them. And yeah, bro, like it's important to just be like what I've been doing is just become more intentional about it, right? So like when I'm gonna get on the phone with somebody, or I'm about to be around somebody who I love, who usually gets me there, and I'm really short with, I'm just intentional about it, right? Like I'll just tell myself, look, you need to be more patient, right? Like they don't mean this, they don't mean to rub you this way. You know what I'm saying? It's how you react, right? Just remind yourself that.
And as you start doing it, it becomes a habit.
Exactly.
And then just like with sellers, bro, like I bet in the beginning, if I go back to one of my seller calls, I was probably doing the complete opposite as I do right now. I probably was forcing stuff down people's throat, trying to get somebody to sell their house at a discount without even building rapport. Like I was just doing the wrong things.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't crushing it in the beginning. And then I made it a habit to do the right things in sales, and now we're crushing it.
Bro, do you think you can be successful without writing down your goals and without knowing your goals? Matter of fact, hold on. Let's go back. Let's scratch that. Okay, you have your goals, right? You have your goals for the year. You have your team goals, your business goals, all that, right? What's the next thing you do?
So you have all your goals for the year.
Yeah.
Like everything, all the categories that we just talked about.
Everything. And you're implementing it, everything. Like, are you, I guess I'll lead you into it, but are you quiet about this? Are you keeping your goals a secret? Are you the only person who knows about them? Or like does the team know the goal? Is your
Yo, we're talking about it on YouTube Live, dog. We're putting it on the universe. Like
what I guess I'm asking, what is the importance of sharing your goals with people? And do you just share your goals with anybody?
No, just with like a badass community that watches the Wholesale Hard Knocks. Like just people that are like-minded. It's a very you run into murky waters when you're talking goals with people that like just aren't really aligned at all, because they want to contaminate your goals. There's a cup here, right? And you have you trying to go in and talk about your goals and contaminate them, and they're like, no, like you can't do that. And then they try to contaminate you. You can't do it, and then you end up with a contaminated cup. So it's you got to be kind of
strong.
Yeah,
bro. I had a cousin, right? Not to cut you off, but this shit just aligns so perfectly, bro. And I got excited, and it was just recently, right? So right before we ran the marathon, the Whiskey Road Marathon, 5th hardest marathon in the country, top 5 for fucking dogs.
Like if you told that to somebody that, you know, and some people use this as motivation. So like somebody could tell you, no, you can't do that. And Daryll was like, no, screw that. I can do it. But enough people tell you that you can't do it. You're hanging out with the wrong people telling you, nah, you can't do that, dude. You can't do that. You can't do that. You'll start believing it. You'll start to get contaminated.
Exactly. Like, yo, I was, bro, this is the night before the marathon. I'm talking to my cousin on the phone, right? He called me randomly. And he's like, yo, what you doing? I'm like, yeah, I'm with my boys. I'm about to go run this marathon, 5th hardest marathon in the country, 3,400 feet of elevation. Like only 100 people signed up. It's usually thousands of people that sign up for marathons. And he's like, how long is it? He said, how far is that? I said, 26.2 miles. He said, he laughed, bro. He laughed. And he's like, yo, I seen you throw up running back and forth in the gym. He's like, you can't run no 26 miles. You're going to be doing a fat man walk half the run. I'm like, bro, he started going in, right? And I'm like, I'm just looking at him. I'm like, and I told him, I'm like, bro, just because you scared and you don't challenge yourself to do tough shit, and because you don't believe that you can do it, doesn't mean that I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. People put
and then what happened? The next day, what happened?
Did that shit the next day, bro. And he was like, that's what he said. He's like, call me. He's like, all right, well, call me when you're done running it. Blah blah blah. If you
Daryl called his cousin and said,
nah, bro, fuck that. I hung up and I was like, yeah, good luck. I'm not gonna call you about shit. I'm gonna finish this race. You're gonna see it on social media. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't need that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you're gonna say that type of shit. Why would I even call you back? You know what I mean? So like, fuck that, right? Like I just did it, right? Like you said, use it as motivation. But that's because I'm mentally strong at this point, right? If I was in a space where I wasn't mentally strong, that may get to me. And like you said, if you tell that to enough people and they constantly shoot your goals down, shoot your dreams down, you may question yourself, man, am I really dreaming too big? Is this really what, like, can I really do this? You start second guessing yourself, right? And that's not what you want.
Yeah.
That's not what you want. So
100%.
it's important to share your goals, scream it to the world, right? Because when you do that, something magical happens. One, you broadcast it to everybody, and now it's like, I don't know about y'all, but I hate saying that I'm going to do something and don't follow up on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Me and Mike said we're going to do this podcast every single week. We're on week 37. I think we missed one week. Did we?
While we're both out at a mastermind or something.
Right. So we're extremely like everything that I want to make sure that I can do what I say I'm going to do. So if I put it out in the world that I'm going to be liquid $1 million in 2023, I'm going to bust my ass until I'm liquid $1 million in 2023. You know what I'm saying? It's something magical about when you put this into the universe and you declare, this is what I'm going to do. It's a lot of shit that you can do, right? It's a lot of shit that you can do.
Yeah, dog. Let's get into some church announcements, and then we will end up breaking down exactly how we mapped out these goals on a spreadsheet and stuff like that. But Daryl, what do you got coming up, bro?
I'm pushing. I got some really fun things going on. I have a Discord. If you guys did not already join the Discord, I'm actually doing right now. Hold on, I'm going to send you guys an invite right now. But we're doing a challenge right now. The person who invites the most people to the Discord channel. So when you get in here, make sure you create your own invite link. Introduce yourself, create your own invite link. The person who invites the most people to the Discord channel, by next Friday, we're going to have a one-on-one session with me for 30 minutes to an hour, however long we feel like going. We're going to sit down, I'm going to put you in the hot seat and break down your business and point you in the right direction. Something that I would charge somebody, I don't know how much for it, but I would definitely charge somebody for what we're about to do. So we already have almost 100 people in there. So the person who invites the most people to the Discord, we'll get that one-on-one. What we're going to be doing in the Discord is a lot of fun stuff. We're going to be doing role plays. It's going to be really a stop A to Z to get your very first deal, or do deals with more people if you already done deals, right? But the idea is to help somebody get deals. There's going to be contracts in there. There's role play rooms in there. There's underwriting rooms in there, comping rooms. I'm going to be doing case studies on deals that I'm doing. It's going to be a whole lot of stuff in there where there's already call recordings and stuff like that. And there's a lot of help. Like Mike's in there. A couple of my other high-level friends are in there. If you have a question about anything, you join the Discord, ask a question, and somebody has the answer for it. You know what I'm saying? So join the Discord, share it to as many friends as you can, and stay on the lookout for a lot of fun things that we're going to be doing in there. Call calibrations, everything. Super excited.
Fire, bro. That Discord is fire. So good. I'll be in there rocking and rolling, doing deals with y'all, talking to sellers, doing all the things.
Hell yeah. Love it. What about you, Mike? What you got?
So we have a free Facebook group right now. I'm going to post this in the comments. So this free Facebook group is private, okay? You got to hit that link. You'll end up getting an email to you. You'll be able to go into that free Facebook group. But in that free Facebook group, I'm dropping a lot of seller calls. I'm giving a lot of people advice on things, because what happened is Daryl, a lot of people were texting, will DM me a lot of questions when it comes to real estate. Just like, how do I get started? Or what is a novation agreement? Or like, can you send me a contract or something like that? You know how many times I've had somebody say, hey, can you send me a cash contract? And it's just like, dang, I got to go in, I got to copy their email, and I got to send it to their email. And I'm like, I just need everybody in one place so that we can all help each other. So in that, we're going to be sending scripts, documents, freaking seller calls. I'll be doing private Zooms just for that Facebook group.
Damn.
Everything like that. Just pretty much any and everything for value that you can get in this industry, we're going to do in that Facebook group. However, it is only free until January 31st. So at the end of this month, you will have to pay to be in that Facebook group.
Damn. Well, I just joined. I know that much. I just signed up.
You want to know why though?
Why?
It's because the people that have been following me, right? Like if somebody's watching Wholesale Hard Knocks right now, they might have been following us for like a year. And dude, it's been a grind. Like I've been hammering YouTube videos for a whole year straight. And if you have been following me that whole entire time throughout that process and supporting the content and like being live in the comments and doing all the things, right? Like you deserve to be in that Facebook group for free.
Facts.
100%. Now, as we grow, people are going to come in that just get hip, and those people are going to have to pay. Reason being is because the people that have followed me right now, I know are my tribe. Like these are the people that I know I'll vibe with. So I'm cool with. I want to build a community with them. But then people that are coming in once the ship starts really sailing, those are people that you don't know. They just see they see the growth or something. They want to hop on the train. Cool. I want them to hop on the train. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure that everyone's kind of vetted. And one way to vet people is by making them pay. So it's not that I need your freaking $99 or whatever it's going to be to go into the Facebook group, right? Like I don't really care about that. It's more of like a filtering process. But right now, I have the people that I know that are getting in the Facebook group, I've already filtered. Like those are people, those are my people. Those are the people that I'm in the DMs with all the time, going back and forth, helping them out. And I want them in that group. That's why it's important. So if you guys are listening, please go to that link that I just dropped and join that free Facebook group. It's actually in my story too. And if you go on my Instagram profile, you'll see it as a link and you'll just hit the link. It's like a Linktree link. And then you'll see join the free Facebook group.
Bro, this is so dope. This is so dope because I just know that, like, just knowing you, just being your boy, like, I know that you're, like, just you can't even sleep at night thinking about how much value you're going to provide to your Facebook group, bro, and your community in general. So I'm super excited for you. I'm super excited for everybody who's going to join. Make sure you don't sleep. Join before January 31st. Like, join right now and tell a friend to join and tell them what they're missing out on potentially if they don't join. Otherwise, they're going to need to pay $99, which is super cheap for what I know Mike is going to put in there.
Oh yeah, I'm forcing it in that Facebook group.
Yeah,
bro. I guess a wrap.
Yeah, so I hope you were joking about $99. I hope you're charging more.
Yeah, we'll see.
Word. What else we got, bro?
Let's go over really quick what we went over as far as our goals for Wholesale Hard Knocks. And then what I'll do is I'll break down how me and my business partner map out our goals. Like not exactly what our goals are because it'll just take too long to go over all that, but like to give you guys an outline of how to track everything.
I like it.
So what do we say as far as Wholesale Hard Knocks? What do we got coming up?
So one thing we talked about in our meeting, right, is to bring way more structure to everybody, and two, one thing that I was really excited about is bringing on a high level guest monthly minimum, a super high level guest to come in and just teach, like just give sauce and give value, right? Just give super value to everybody who's watching. And then the other one, which I was super excited about, Mike, that you actually came up with was the hot seats, right? Because the true OGs noticed how we really started Wholesale Hard Knocks was putting a newbie in the hot seat and breaking down their business step by step. Like not gonna lie, Mike, we broke up some businesses, we broke up some partnerships because we told them like, look, this is
Yo,
not
but look at no. Yo, hold on, bro.
Yeah.
You just put that to my mind. Bro, Nick, let's think about this.
Yeah.
Nick hops on Wholesale Hard Knocks.
Yep.
And we give him the advice of, bro, you're about to get into a partnership with 10 different partners. I don't think that's a good idea. Pump the brakes. Right? That might have, I remember vividly that he went back and he was like, dang, bro, I think I'm going to have to go have some hard conversations.
Yeah.
And then it ended up leading to him going on your team. Let's think about these series of events.
He was on my team already at that time. He was on my team at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which maybe it like solidified in his mind a little bit more. Hey, let me really hone in on Daryll's team and take this shit serious. Now Homeboy's doing deals. Homeboy just moved out to Arizona and is like in a freaking circle of a bunch of badasses. Like, and then that is crazy.
And then he ultimately found his overall purpose, right? Nick doesn't even make calls on my team anymore. Nick is my full-time editor and video producer, right? Like he found his purpose, right? And if he is sitting here in a partnership with 10 people and they're doing flips, there's no way that he's going to be able to find his purpose, right? So we wanted to get back to the roots, and we asked ourselves, what was our original goal, right? And it's to help newbies get direction, get deals, get motion, right? And that's we didn't fall off of that because we're giving you guys instruction, but we want to make it more personal again. And so what we're going to do is once a month, we are going to have somebody join the hot seat, right? So we're going to have a newer student join the hot seat, a newer investor join the hot seat. So why don't we do this, Mike? Why don't the people who share, the person who shares the most that was here tonight, and we'll know who created a link today, right? The people who shared from today on, why don't we do the hot seat with them, bro?
Yeah, whoever gets as many people into your Discord as possible.
Okay, can we count for the Facebook group as well?
It might be tough to track who like referred somebody.
Okay,
unless
let's figure it out. We'll post it on your story what they got to do, because we want to do 2 people in a hot seat per episode, right? So we'll figure out. We'll put it on our stories on our Instagram. So if you guys aren't already following us, make sure you follow both of us on Instagram. Jesse said, he has no idea to create a link. Let me share my screen really quick.
Yeah, bro, I'm excited for that. So here's what it's going to be.
Real quick. Can you see this, bro?
Mm-hmm.
My bad. Here. So once you go to welcome, click up top, dog pound with Daryll, invite people. I'm sorry, here. Actually, it is easier when you go to introductions. So if you're at the introduction, damn, I need to learn how to work this Discord. All right, so welcome on the welcome channel, right? If you scroll to the top, it says right here, invite your friends. Click invite, and what you do is you created a new invite link right here. Send
That's
link.
Dope.
Yep. So there you go. You create an invite link, and then you're good. You're good to go. So we have this all set up. As you see, we have new videos. So every time I drop a YouTube video, it gets posted in here. This is going to be the resource center. It's going to be contracts, everything that you need to get.
Yo, this is crazy, bro. Like, this is next level shit.
A lot, bro. Seller calls, case studies, call calibrations, comping, creative underwriting.
And what do they got to do to get in here?
Yo, all you got to do literally is click the link and join. It's free. Like, it's crazy.
No, that's actually wild, bro. Like,
yeah.
I love how y'all laid that out. That is fire.
Good looks, bro. Good
really,
looks.
really dope. Because I remember in the beginning, I was having a hard time just learning on YouTube and didn't know like where to go for a contract, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know whose seller calls to listen to. I didn't know any of that. There wasn't anybody that I could reach out to like in a community like that and say, hey, has anybody talked to a seller that is interested in seller finance? I don't know how to talk to them, and then get involved with them, with that person, and be able to have them teach you what to do. That's fucking fire, bro. I love it.
I'm excited, bro. I'm excited, man.
I love that. So yeah, pretty much what's going to happen is we're going to have one episode a month of a high level guest coming on, and then one episode a month of this hot seat. So it's probably going to be like it's going to be somebody that ends up winning something because it's life changing, bro. Like literally, look at Nick's life. So we don't want to just put any random person in there because Nick is like a hustler, bro. He's somebody that if you go give him advice, he's gonna go take action on and really force it. And that's who we want to bring up on here. So if you guys are inviting as many people to that Discord as possible, that shows that you're an action taker, and that shows that you're probably going to take action on the advice that we give you, and shit, your life can change just like Nick's. So I love it, bro.
Yo, let's see in the chat if you guys are watching. Who would want to be in the hot seat? Who would want to be in the hot seat with me and Mike on live? Let me see an emoji. Let me see a one in the chat. Let me see something. Because if we're just talking for our own health, let us know if this isn't going to provide value to anybody.
Yeah, who are we talking? Maybe somebody's like, bro, I don't want y'all hot seat. That hot seat.
Like, who are you to give us a hot seat? Right, like, go ahead. Okay.
So let's go over this really quick.
Let's do it. Okay, we got some love in the chat, Mike. I guess we should do it, bro. I guess we should do it, man. Let's do it.
We got y'all. So this right here, right? Can you see
zoom a bit?
Can you see it?
It may just be me. It's probably me. We're good. You're good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Wow, what, you can't see nothing?
No, you're good, bro. You're good. You can see it.
All right, cool. So at the top here, we start super high level. Just 2023 goal. This could be a financial goal, right? Like, let's just say you want to make 100K per month. That's your goal. Then you got to break down the goals on how to get that 100K. So I would write down maybe, hey, the first month, I want to tackle just my first deal. And this could be, hey, get first deal. Then I want to scale up to like 50K. I want to get 2 deals, whatever, right? You're mapping out exactly how you do, like what you got to do in order to hit this broad 2023 goal. And then what you do, right, is every single quarter and every single month you come back here and you check off, hey, yes, did I hit this, or no, did I not hit it? That way you can keep track of everything. Here's my favorite part of it, though. So you have these Q1 goals, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. These are the quarterly goals, okay? So here's the first quarter. You legit map out your whole entire first quarter and what you need to do in order to hit that quarter one goal. So what do you need to do in order to get your first deal, right? I need to, get batch leads. I need to go to myskipguy.com and skip trace some leads, right? I need to, hire a VA, right? You're just mapping out exactly what it looks like in order to hit this Q1 goal. And then you come back after 30 days. Hey, did I get batch leads? Did I go to myskipguy.com in order to get skip tracing? Did I hire a VA? Yes or no? Yes or no? And you know exactly why you did or you did not hit that Q1 goal. Okay, that's my favorite part of it. And then over here, here's where you go, because we're at kind of like a higher level. We have multiple business. We have different places where we're making money. It's not like just direct to seller wholesaling. We have multiple business lines. So these details, right? This is our direct to seller, and then this is our JV, and then this is our fix and flip. Right. And we got to figure out, hey, how much do we need a month for this? And we start off, before we go through all these details are like business lines, okay, like where you're making your money from. But we start off with annualized. How much money do you want to make? We said we want to make this year $3 million. That's what we said. Out of all the business lines that we're about to have, we want to make $3 million. So then we break down exactly what that looks like. Okay, how much do we have to do in direct to seller? How much do we have to do in JV? How much do we have to do in fix and flip? How much do we have to do in da-da-da-da-da? all through, and then we break it down like this. And I'm going to show you guys why this is important. So we break it down by the month, and then Daryl, you follow me?
I'm following you, bro. I'm following you.
Okay, then what do you think about it so far?
It's important, bro. We're breaking it down by the month. And are you meeting with your team to track the progress of these goals as well?
Yep, that's an important thing. As you saw in those categories, it says either yes or no, did I hit my goal? Okay, so at the end of where it said 30 days, like the first 30 days in the first quarter, did you hit your goal? Obviously, you go figure that out on February 1st. So on and so on.
I like it.
So it breaks down one by the year, by a 2023 year. If you want to make $100,000 a month by the end of the year, you make that your goal. And then from there, you go quarterly goals. Okay, that means I probably have to start off with about 10K and then go up to like 25 and then 50, then 100 or something like that. Whatever makes sense in your brain. And then you break it down by quarters. And then that quarter section, you're just going to copy and paste it for Q2. That quarter section, when it says 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, that's just for the first quarter. But then you're going to want to copy and paste that onto another page once you have filled it out for a Q2. Okay. And you do that for every single quarter. And then we actually write down our weekly stuff too. So we go every single Sunday, we break down all of our business lines and we figure out what do we got to do every single week. So we do this by the year, we do this by the quarter, we do this by the month, and we do this by the week. We have these meetings every single week.
Share that spreadsheet with me, bro.
I got you, bro.
What's sauce, bro?
And then there's one last thing that I want to show everybody.
I love it. Guys, while Mike's doing that, still put some goals of yours for 2023 in the chat. I see Jesse said 250K net in assignments. Dope. Retire my wife. Even doper. And acquire 5 doors. Yo, let's make that happen. Jesse, ask yourself, what do you need to do? Who do you need to be to make those goals happen? And let's make it happen, bro. I'd love to help participate, help you get those 5 doors and that 250K net, bro.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
So this right here, right? This is my favorite part. This, like I said, goal 1, goal 2, goal 3, goal 4. These are all of our business lines that we plan to make money in, right? And this is the annual. So, hey, we said that we wanted to make $3 million at the end of the year. Okay, that's what we want. But what do we do to get that? We got to break it down by the annually and the monthly goals for that specific business line. So let's just say, hey, this is our direct to seller business. We want to make $900,000 in that business. We want to make $600,000 in our JV business, right? I'm just making stuff up, but you plug these numbers in. You first start off with how much you want to make in the year. And then you got to break that down to how much of that do you want it to be in your direct to seller, in your JV, in your rental, like whatever, right? You break them down by business line, and maybe you only have one business line and that works. Then automatically this stuff fills out for natural growth. Does that make sense? Yeah. So how a business is supposed to naturally grow is what this is. So if you start your business, in December and January is your first month, I mean, really, in real estate, it kind of takes a couple months to see money, but this is how you should start seeing your money month to month. And that lets you know if you are on pace or not.
I love that, bro. I love that. It's important, right? Like if you're not tracking it, then there's no way that you're gonna accomplish it. So tracking it is just as important because, like, what's the point if you this is another thing that Patrick Bet-David spoke about, right? He says if you're gonna spend the time, write your goal list, and you don't read it or go over it or track it past February, you didn't create a goal list, you didn't create a business plan, you created a wish list, and that's all you did. You wished for it because if you're not going over it daily, how can you possibly truly want this? Like this sits on my counter on my desk every single day, and this is the first thing I read when I wake up every day. And I'm gonna get it laminated, printed out a couple different places, so I will see it throughout my house. You know what I'm saying? You have to keep the vision clear, and then when you have if you have a team, you need to paint that vision clear for your team, because if not, they won't be motivated, right? They won't be knowing what to work towards. So get the vision for the team. Make sure you have the vision. Make sure you're going over it. You're tracking it daily, weekly, monthly, and you're paying attention to it. If you don't pay attention to something, it's gonna go away.
Yes, sir. I think we went over a lot on this episode. Like, there's a lot to unpack on this episode, but to keep it very, very simple, like, don't get caught up in all the spreadsheets and everything that I just did, and like numbers and every exact little detail that you need in order to get your goals done. Just like really think about it. Go back and think about, what is your purpose? We taught you guys how to get to your purpose. We gave you guys some advice on how to go get that purpose, right? Start with that, and then start with the long goals. And maybe you just want to start with your yearly goals. Start with your yearly goals, and then break that down. Break that down by quarters, break that down by months, break that down by weeks, break that down by days. And if you write all this stuff down, track it, and always take action on it, then that shit will happen. And that's what manifestation is.
That's dope. That's dope. Hell yeah, bro. You have anything else for today?
We're good, bro. I'm freaking so happy we're still rocking and rolling with Wholesale Hard Knocks here in 2023. We do not plan on stopping. We're just going to keep going. We have a lot coming up here for Wholesale Hard Knocks. Daryll just broke down like what the hot seats are going to look like. We're going to have one guest speaker a month. The other 2 episodes we're going to do just like this, on a specific topic. Like it's going to be really, really fire. We're super appreciative of everybody that has been watching, that are in Daryll's Discord channel, my Facebook group. Like, we're just appreciative, and we're excited to pour as much value as possible into this space this year. Like, I am not messing around, bro. There are a lot of freaking people in this industry that like beat around the bush, and I personally have been, I'm not even gonna say screwed over, but like I've been misled with a lot of stuff when I first started out, like buying freaking these stupid courses for $5,000 that didn't do anything. Like, I got misled in a lot of places when I first got started.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I want to be the complete opposite of that. I want to pour so much freaking value into the community and into the space as possible, because I know people need it, because I did.
Bro, facts, bro. Same here. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to keep doing. So, y'all, if y'all want to be a part of this, y'all want to be a part of the communities moving forward, make sure y'all join the Facebook group, join the Discord. Make sure you connect to me and Mike. Make sure you're following both of us on Instagram. Subscribe to both of our channels. Our Instagrams are right here. You see that? Boom. That's mine. That's his. Subscribe to both of our channels. Hit the bell and get reminders. Sign up for reminders for us too, because Mike, are you dropping a YouTube video like once a month, like once every other year?
Nah, dog, we're dropping that sauce
every day, right?
We're doing probably about 5 a week.
5 a week. So make sure you guys are setting reminders and you're getting reminded when Mike drops his YouTube video. Same with me. All right. If you join the Discord, you will get reminders, but also hit the bell because it helps the algorithm. But make sure you guys are liking the videos, subscribing to the channels, leaving comments, and telling your friends to join Wholesale Hard Knocks if they want to learn about real estate, if they want to get deals, if they want to be cool. If not, oh well, we already got the coolest community out there, and we're going to continue to grow, continue to help each other out, and continue to win. Super happy everybody's here with us in 2023, and I'm excited. Make sure everybody write your goals down, read them throughout with your team, and stick with them. We're going to check in with you guys next month to see if you guys are still reading your goal sheet down, and if not, it's an issue. It's an issue. So, yo, Mike, anything else?
We out, baby.
We out.